ultimate power plays. And Nick, if you missed that webinar, I did record it. All of our webinars are recorded. I don't have it uploaded yet. I'll do it after this webinar and get them both uploaded. But Nick, if you're on the Apex website here, and you go right here to webinars, and then you go to open house webinars. Any webinars or extra trainings we do during this open house session will all be put right here. You can click it and you can go to any one of these webinars. You can go straight to that. You don't have to go, one by one like in the training courses. I don't have it locked down. You can go find the exact one you want and go to that webinar and open it up here, okay, and watch the video. All right, you got that, Nick? And everyone else, that's where all these webinar recordings are. So if you ever miss them and you want to go back through and check them out, you can do that. Also, keep in mind that on the webinar calendar, as you know, we've got a ton of webinars planned for you. And some of them, I did put in quite a few extra Nadex webinars. Some of you guys were asking for those. Some of those I'm doing live, like today I did the binary one live, and tomorrow we're going to talk about spreads. I'll do that one live. And then Thursday I'm doing a webinar for Nadex. It's not an Apex webinar. I'm actually doing it for Nadex, but you could definitely be on that. Some of these other ones are pre-recorded webinars, all right, to some webinars I've done in the past. You can go to them and, it'll say this is a pre-recorded. You can watch it now or watch it later, and watch any time and go right there for it. The live ones that we're doing, any of those you go to, you'll register for it. So like several of these ones that are on Saturdays and Sundays and some of these extra ones, you can go through and watch those anytime for those of you that are Nadex traders, okay? So some good stuff. It was a really good webinar earlier, and, talking about some extra trades you can do. So, okay, well, guys, we are several weeks into open house now, and open house ends, free access ends next week on the 13th. We've still got a good 8 days to go here, 7 or 8 days to go. And I know a lot of you, started off with open house and jumping in, learning the power play systems and learning the entries, and then we've built on that and added on some extra entries. We've talked about stops. We've built a good foundation with the initial courses, and we've just been building from there. And many of you were, still getting a handle on it, getting the hang of it, and still trading in demo and trading in your demo accounts, which is what we encourage you to do. You want to make sure you get it down. And a lot of you have said, hey, I really want to switch over to live trading, before the end of open house, and I want to make enough money to, get in and pay for my monthly subscription with Apex and lock in that grandfathered price before the prices go up on the 18th. And that was the whole point. That's what we wanted you to be able to do. We wanted to give you free open house access, let you demo trade it, and then switch over to live. And for those of you that, have been trading and have seen the trades, that once you get there, it could just be one day, one trade, and you've paid for that membership, or just a couple days. I mean, easily, with taking some of these good setups, you could do that. Okay, now that doesn't mean that you can't sign up for the monthly membership if you're not in live. Okay, that's totally up to you. A lot of people say, hey, I plan on signing up, and I want to be a few more months and really demo and test this out. I don't mind, paying that membership and investing in myself and investing in, long-term success and investing in education, still in demo. I really want to get this down. It's worth it. I'm in this for the long term, And so either way, that's totally fine. That's totally up to you. But for those of you that, are wanting to, or feeling like, hey, I think I might be ready for that transition. Some of y'all have asked for some pointers on, how to transition, or some things to be careful for with transitioning from demo to live. And so we're just going to kind of talk about that today. This webinar is not about power plays. It's not about strategies or systems. We've got plenty of those going. This is going to be more of an in general do's and don'ts, top mistakes, trading mentality, some things to keep in mind as you're switching from demo to live. Okay, so let's just jump right in here, and we're going to talk about having confidence in the system and strategy, mastering it in demo, and the mental preparation. That's kind of the big thing here. So, one things you want to make sure you don't do, and any of you that, were on the webinar a couple weeks ago that I had Daryl run for us, and he talked about, mastering yourself and the 4 characteristics of traders. How many of you were on that webinar or saw the recording where he did the examples of the animals, right? The sheep and the pig and the lion and the jaguar. How many of y'all heard that? If any of you on here have not watched that webinar, go back and do it, because it is one of the most kind of hit it home webinars of self-examining yourself of what kind of trader are you and where's your strength, where's your weakness. And I think something that's a really big deal when it comes to mastering yourself and mastering trading is being able to examine that. I actually put it back on the webinar calendar here, right here, as a recording, mastering yourself, because I want people to watch it again. So you can go right there and watch it, or again, here under webinars, you can go and find it, and it's right there, Mastering Yourself with the Apex CEO, Daryl Martin, and really goes through some analogies of, the different types of traders out there, the traders that will be in demo their whole life because, they're always jumping from one system to the next system to the next system. Or, they're testing a system and they have one bad trade or one bad day and they say, oh, this doesn't work, I got to go somewhere else. But the big one is the very first bullet point you see there is trying to find that one trade or that one strategy or system that's profitable 100% of the time and never loses. That is one of the biggest downfalls with newbie traders, is they think that they're going to figure out something new that no one else ever has, and they'll find a holy grail system that never loses. And it just doesn't exist, guys. It straight up does not exist. Okay, and that's the first thing you've got to get through your head. And what you'll do is you'll spend your whole life demo trading and testing and back testing. And what if I add this indicator? And well, what if, oh, that trade lost, but if I added this indicator on, that trade wouldn't have lost. So you add that indicator on, but then that keeps you out of 3 good trades. Well, let me try this, and I'll talk to you in 6 months, and you'll still be trying this and that and jumping around. Instead of finding a system and strategy that works and that has a good, probability and profitability percentage, and jumping in and mastering that one system and starting with that one system. Okay? Why do you think that we had you start off an open house with just power plays? Okay? And then we've added on more and added on more, and then we'll be, re-releasing some of these other Apex systems and giving you more. But we didn't want you falling into that trap. Okay? And you don't need to go learn everything in order to do anything. Does that make sense? You don't need to know everything there is in order to do anything with trading. You need to start with one, master it in demo, get it down, then move over to live, master it in live, be profitable, be comfortable. Then you can add on something else, right? Or like I've always said in the past, we've had different systems that, hey, this is a trending system. Or, hey, this other system over here is a scalping system for, range-bound markets. And we'll talk about this a little bit later, but you do need to have multiple plays in your playbook, okay? And you've heard us talk about that, right? Like, you don't go golfing with just a putter, right? You have different golf clubs for different reasons. A football team's not going to, win the season and win Super Bowl, and all they know how to do is a Hail Mary, right? There's different plays in the playbook. And why is that? Well, why is it that a football team, runs different plays at different times? Well, it's based on the condition of the field, based on the condition of the game and the score and their opponent. It's the same thing with the market, right? Is the market trending every day? If you only have a trending system, are you going to be able to trade on a range-bound day or a choppy day? No. If you only have a choppy system, how are you going to trade on trending days? Well, and in the past, we've had systems that were specifically designed for each one of those, and we still do, and we'll have some of those that come back out. But that's kind of the beauty of the power play system, because what do we have? Just in the basic power play, we've got 4 setups. The first 2 are for, you know, range bound or slightly trending. The third one is for trending. The fourth one is for chop. It's one system that can address all the different types of market condition. And that's something that we've never really had before, and most systems you find out there will not have. You'll find that most systems are dedicated for one particular thing, whether it's scalping or trending or range bound or whatever. And that's another, I said this wasn't a power play webinar, and it's not, but that is another huge advantage of the power play system, is you can learn one system with different type of entries that cover all the market types. Yeah, Randall, a little bit of everything, okay? And so guys, don't get caught up in, and we tell you, we show you, you've experienced. Will you have losses with the power play system? Absolutely you will. If you go to any website, any trading education website that's trying to sell you on their strategy, their system, their indicators, if you go watch any little YouTube video that talks to you about 100% win rate and guaranteed this and guaranteed that, they are lying to you. Anyone that tells you they have a no-loss system is 110% lying to you. It's a scam, Dennis, exactly. It's a scam. It does not exist. Losses is part of trading, okay? Taking a loss is part of trading. What matters is, at the end of the day, did you have more money that you won compared to what you lost, right? How many of here have heard me use my furniture store analogy before when it comes to trading? Has anybody heard me talk about that before? Okay. So here's, and I'm sorry I don't have a bunch of screens and slides to show you. I know you're tired of just hearing me talk, but you got to get this. Like, this is a very big deal. How many of you have ever been in business for yourself or thought about starting a business? Okay. Years back, I used to be in the furniture business. Okay. So, all right, I want to start a little furniture store. And what do I need? Well, I need to go and find a little building, right? And rent some space. So I've got an actual store to sell out of, right? And I got to go put money down on that and have rent. I need to install internet lines. I need to install phone lines. I need to get electricity hooked up. Then I need to buy office furniture and furnish the place, right? Well, then I need to have supplies. So I've got to go find vendors, right? I want to sell mattresses in this furniture store. Well, I got to go set up an account with Tempur-Pedic or Sealy or Serta. I've got to buy inventory to have it shipped to my location so that I can sell it, right? Maybe I need to hire some salespeople, but then how do I get people in? I've got to put up a bunch of money and put up a big sign outside and run TV ads and run advertise. I got to spend all of this money just to get started, right? And I have to outlay all of that money just to have something to open. And not only to have that money up front, but then I have monthly bills to pay too, right? I got to pay the rent every month, the advertising every month, the phone, the electric, and all that. So how do I become profitable in my business? Well, at the end of every month, I have to sell enough product and have enough profit from that product to offset my bills. I mean, it's very simple math, right? I have to have more profit that comes in than expenses that go out. That's simple business, right? Yeah, cost of goods, absolutely. Like, that's elementary. Everybody gets that. So you want to open a trading business. You want to get into trading. That's what trading is. It's a business. It's a career. It's not a hobby. It's not gambling. It's not, holy grail that never wins. So when you set up your trading business, just like I set up that furniture store, had all that upfront cost, what are your costs? Well, the first biggest cost is your time and your energy and your effort to educate yourself. But what are your costs? Well, maybe you need a computer to trade with. You need internet to trade with, which you probably already have, right? You need electricity to run that computer, which you probably already have. You're not paying extra monthly fees for phones and internet. You're not paying extra fees for advertising. You're not paying monthly fees for a store that you're renting. You're not paying extra monthly fees for employees and business insurance and all that stuff. But maybe you have a monthly fee of $200 that's going to Apex for education, strategy, systems, toolkits, indicators, live trade rooms. Okay. And then you have to put money into your account to fund it. I mean, that's a pretty big difference there, right? As far as what it takes to get set up in your trading business. You fund your account, that's your money still sitting there. You have your internet and all that, and your data, and you have Apex, for example. That's a lot easier to set up that business than it is to set up any other business, isn't it? When you think about it. Okay? And people talk about, well, I don't know, $200 a month to Apex to have all the systems and strategies and order print and all that. What other business are you going to go start up like that where you're not going to have much, much higher fees? Right? None. Okay, now, think about it like this. And I'm not trying to sell you on Apex here. I'm trying to get you to understand the difference. Let's say that I open my furniture store, right? Good to go. I open my furniture store. I'm all excited. I open an account with Serta. They sent me some mattresses on consignment. They let me pay for them later. So I've got my mattresses out there. I open my door. Here comes a customer in the front door. Hey, Mr. Jones, welcome to my mattress store. Which one you want? Let's lay on some. Let's try them out. All right, we picked this one out. Hey, he wants to buy. It's my first sale. I'm super excited. He hands me $1,000. I load up his mattress and he leaves. So I'm happy, right? I took in $1,000. Is that mine? Do I get to keep that whole $1,000? Is that all profit to me? Well, I get back to my office, I'm holding $1,000 in my hand, and I say, oh, wait a minute. That mattress cost me $500. And I sold it for $1,000. Nice markup. So I have to give Serta $500 of this. Oh, I don't like that. Well, wait a minute. I've got to write a check and send money out to pay rent. I got to give some of this money out to pay for the product I just bought. I don't like that. I don't want to do that anymore. I only want to have money coming in. I don't like money going out because it makes me feel bad. It scares me. It stresses me out. It gives my heartbeat racing. It makes me feel like I'm going to lose all my money. It makes me feel like I'm going to lose my whole business because I have to put money out to pay for the business or pay for the rent or pay for advertising or pay for employees or pay for the product. It scares me when money goes out. I don't want to do this anymore. Oh, look, here comes another customer pulling up. I'm going to run and I'm going to lock my front door and I'm going to turn my sign off where it says closed. Well, why are you doing that? That customer could walk in and give you another $1,000. Yeah, I know, but I don't like the scared feeling I have because I just had to realize that money has to go out. And I don't want to experience that again. I don't want to experience that feeling again. Does that sound just absolutely ridiculous to you? How long am I going to be in that mattress business? Not very long. Okay, so as ridiculous as that sounds, I just went through education, I went through open house, I funded my account, I'm paying Apex every month. I took a trade. Cool, I won the trade. I had money, what? Come in. I had money in. Okay? Hey, I took another trade. Money in. I like this. Hey, I took a trade and it lost. Money out. Forget this. Forget this. Trading's not for me. I don't like the idea of money going out because I had a loss. I don't like the idea of once a month having to pay Apex so I can run this whole business. Or I don't like the idea of having to pay for data or internet, whatever. I only want money coming in. I don't want any money going out. Does that make any sense at all? I mean, just be real with yourself. Like, that doesn't work. No business can run that way. Right? And ooh, I don't like that loss I just took. I don't like the feeling. It scared me. I don't like seeing that money just went out of my account. So here comes the next trade. I'm too scared to take it because I don't want that feeling again. Just like I didn't like that feeling, I went and locked the front door of my furniture store. And guess what? That next trade followed the rules, was the perfect setup, and you would have gotten 40, 50 ticks out of it. So you lost out on it. Does everybody follow where I'm going with this? The reason it messes with your head, okay, the reason it messes with your head is because it's not a brick and mortar store. Like, it makes more sense to you when you're paying for something like that you can see tangible and there's product moving that you can touch. And what messes with your head is the fact of, I'm looking at a screen that has a dollar amount on it, and all I did was press a button, and 15 minutes later, my balance went down. I can't do this. I don't like that. Right? You understand what I'm trying to say? That's what messes with your head, because you feel like I'm pressing a button and just giving my money away because I lost on that trade. I can't do that. But in reality, is it any different than running any other business or any kind of store? It's as simple as money out versus money in. And at the end of the month, you want to have more money in than you have money out. And it's the same thing with trading. Does that make sense? That was a long analogy, but does that kind of help hit it home that you're right, Randall. Instead of looking at it as, ooh, I don't like this because it's pressing a button and my money goes out. It makes a lot more sense when I can see a store and employees and insurance and overhead. Well, you also have to realize the opposite side of that is this is a lot simpler business structure to set up and to maintain as well, and overhead. And you have to really put it into that context that, yes, none of us like a loss. None of us like what a loss does to us. And it messes with our head, and it screws us up on that next trade, and it makes us scared, and it makes us think all these things. But again, if you had some other kind of business, somebody bought something from you, you get to keep part of that profit. You got to give part of it away to pay. It's money in, it's money out. It's that simple. Don't get right. Don't let it make you panic. Okay? When that next customer is pulling up to the mattress store, you don't go lock the door. You're at the door opening it for them, going, hey, let's do this again. Let's try this again. You know what I mean? And it's just something that you have to get comfortable with. And there's nothing out there that's 100% profitable. There's no system that is. You have to find a system that has a high probability, high percentage, good return. At the end of the month, more in than there is out. Okay? Like, if that's the only thing I could even get across to you in this whole webinar, would be that right there. Of don't let losses or a monthly fee to run your business and invest in yourself mess with your head. Okay? Like, keep that in mind. All right? Now, we've talked a lot about this of, understanding the ABCs, but not the 1, 2, 3s, or vice versa. Meaning, hey, I just want a red-green indicator to tell me to buy or sell. John, stop talking. I'm so tired of hearing your voice, John. I hear your voice at night when I sleep because I've saw so many of these darn webinars and so many of these stupid trainings you do. Just give me an up or down arrow and just tell me when to buy or sell so that I can make money and move on. You're at the wrong place, right? We teach you more than that. We give you set exact rules, but we teach you how to read the market, how to know your business, learn your business, be a student of the business. Okay? And the power play systems do that. They're set rules, but we also teach you about volume and VAT and order prints and levels. You really do get to learn the market. Okay? And, don't look for just the rules, but look to learn everything. Be able to read the market. What is going on? What's the context of the market? Is it a trending day? Am I close to levels? Step outside of just the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s. Know when to stop for the day. Hey, I'm having a great day. I'm up. I'm going to keep going. I'm a trading god. Up, and you give it all back. Know when to stop for the day. Don't be greedy. Okay? Or don't let your profits run too far and you're not trailing your stop when you see divergent bars and clusters and weird stuff going on at levels. Tighten it up. Protect some of those profits. And do not reward bad behavior. Meaning, well, only 3 of the 4 things set up on that last power play trade, and I knew it wasn't right, but I took it anyway. Guess what? I got 30 ticks out of it. Woohoo! Bad behavior that happened to work. So I'm going to do it again and again and again, and now I'm down 300. Don't reward bad behavior. Follow the rules. Okay? So I've learned this new system. I'm in demo. Okay? When do I know to go to live? When am I ready to switch to live? Well, have you mastered it in demo? And what do I mean? That doesn't mean, oh, have you gone 2 weeks without one single loss? No, that's not what we're talking about. But have you mastered it in demo? Do you see the entries? Do you know the rules by heart in and out? Or do you hesitate at every single entry and you have to double check and double look and I don't really know? Or have you gotten to where I can say that is an entry? That is not an entry. I know my rules backwards and forwards. Have you followed Lori's? Exactly, Randall. Have you followed Lori's fast track rules? And you've looked at still charts and done, some replay too. Do you have the rules? Are you comfortable with the rules? Are you profitable in demo? Well, hey, I wasn't profitable at first, but now I've got it down, and overall, I've been profitable. Okay, great. Well, Are you treating demo like you would treat live? Meaning, act like you're really trading. Don't just, well, it's demo, so I just pressed the button anyway. I wanted to see how it work out, and are you trading in demo like you would trade in live? Like, treat it like it's live money. See if you can get that balance to grow. Get to a starting point, and can you get that balance to grow and be profitable? And you see yourself making money in demo. Well, it's demo, so I trade like 10 contracts at a time, just because it looks cool to see like a lot of money. But when I go to live, I can only trade one contract. Trade one contract in demo. Trade in demo the way you would trade in live. And then you'll know yourself. Hey, when do I switch to live? Well, when you feel like and can clearly see that you're literally losing money by not trading in live, because you've got it. You've got it down. You're making money in demo. Your demo account's growing. You're not questioning every single trade backwards and forwards. There might be a few here and there you're not sure of. And what do we tell you from day one in training? If it's not clear, stay clear. Right? But when you've got it and you're confident and you're growing in your demo account and you're profitable in your demo account, that kind of means that if you trade that same exact way in live, you most likely would hope to be profitable in live. And you're therefore losing money by building a profitable demo account forever and ever and ever, right? Does that make sense? Like, you'll kind of know, oh, hey, I'm making money in demo and it's growing and consistently growing. I'm losing money by staying in demo. That's a pretty clear indication it's time for live, right? Okay. But what happens as soon as you switch over to live? Oh man, it's time to press that button. This is for real. This is the real world now. This is the real deal now. This is real money. This is not demo money that's going to go out of my, mental block, stress, hesitation to push that button. Oh, I should have pressed it, so now I'll press it and get in late. Now I have a bigger stop. Now I got in late, so I didn't get as much. Now I'm going to second guess. Now I'm going to feel like, oh, I just lost, so now I need to push a trade to get that money back, and it's not really the right setup, but I'm going to take it anyway because I really have to get my money back. And, well, now I'm going to double up to try to get more money back because I really need to get it back. And no, it's not the right trade, but I feel it in my gut, and I lost the last two. This one has to work out for me now, right? So I'm just going to kind of roll the dice. What does that sound like? Especially those last few words I said, roll the dice. Are you trading a system, being responsible and following rules and being consistent? Or are you gambling? Are you going on gut feeling? Are you going on emotional need to get money back that you might have lost? Are you going on, what's the word I'm looking for? Gambling out of, pushing these trades out of need, desperation. There you go. Desperation. Yeah, John, exactly. You're just gambling without the free cocktails. Go to Vegas. It's more fun. Trust me. So you can have it down and mastered in demo, following the rules, taking the trades, growing your demo account profitably. But when you switch over to live, you have to trade the same way. You can't let that emotional mental block cause you to trade differently. I can't tell you how many times I've talked to people. Man, look, I'm doing great in demo, great in demo, great in demo. I moved over to live and I lost money this week. What's going on? The markets are out to get me. It's a conspiracy theory. all the market makers knew I was switching to live this week. They're out to get me. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, but they're not. The whole global markets did not know that you were going to live this week and decided to come get you and change everything. It feels like that sometimes, doesn't it? Right? And I've told these people, send me your charts, send me, and Lori does this all the time, send me your trades for the week that lost. Hey, why did you enter this trade? Why did you take that trade? Why are you entering late like this? You never did that in demo, did you? Well, no, because it was demo, so I just followed the rules. But here I was a little scared, and I just wanted to wait a few bars to really make sure the market was going to go that way, and then I pressed the button, and okay, so you had a much bigger stop, and you lost out on half the move. Okay, well, why did you take this trade? You would have never taken a trade like that in demo because you know it wasn't a legit trade. Well, I was just trying to make up for that last loss. And people swear up and down, I'm trading the same way I did in demo. 99% of the time, I guarantee you're not. And then when you go over it and you look back at your trades, you're like, oh, why did I enter there? Why did I enter so late? What, man? And you realize that you had it. You knew what you were doing. You knew the rules. You had it down in demo. You changed it when you went to live. Does that make sense mentally, psychologically, due to fear, why people do that or why you would do that? Show of hands, how many people have ever done that? Switched from demo to live and done this exact same thing? Yeah, most of us all have. And we've realized later that it's because we changed how we were trading. Or we thought we were trading the same way we were in demo, but I added this rule, or I forgot this rule, or I forgot to look at these things. Yeah, some of you are saying, yep, that describes me. Yep, I've done it. We've all done it, okay? And so I try to tell you this so that you can mentally prepare for it ahead of time. And you have to be confident enough in your strategy and system to know, I've learned it, I've tested it, I've seen it, I've back tested it. I know there will be losses. I know there will be bad trades. I know there will be bad days. But I'm confident enough because I've looked this over and back tested it. I know that if I'm consistent, the good will outweigh the bad. And I have to just be consistent. Just like furniture store analogy, I have my business plan, and as long as there's more money in at the end of the month than went out, I'm good. That's it. It's not about one trade. It's not about one day or even 1 week. At the end of the month, where are you? Does that make sense? You have to have confidence enough to know you'll have your ups and downs, but you know if you're consistent, at the end of the month, you should be up because you've learned the system, you've back tested it, and you know this, right? As opposed to, yeah, Johnny says, oh, you forget all the rules, you got to make money, thinking it's come, to get back what you've lost, and you just lose more, and you lose it faster. You have to trust the system, know it's going to work out for you if you just stay consistent. You have to trade in live the same way you traded in demo. Don't question it. Don't hesitate. Don't hesitate to push that button. Don't get in late because, well, it's real money now. I want an extra confirmation. No. What have you changed? I'm getting in too late. Okay, or the other thing is, well, no, I'm taking good entries. I just don't understand why I'm not profitable. I'm taking the entries in the right place, but since it's real money and I see that account balance going up and it's like real money, I just want to get out quick and take that real money because it's real. And I'm getting out too quick. I'm not letting my profits run. Therefore, when I do have a loss, it's hitting like 4 of my profitable trades because I didn't let my trades go far enough because I got out too quick because since it's real, I just wanted to grab it. Does that make sense? How mentally those things mess with your head when it comes to real money, switching from demo to live. So what have you changed? If it's working for you and it's mastered in demo and you're profitable in demo, if you do the same thing in live, you should have the same result. And if you don't, 99% of the time it's because you changed something yourself because of that mental block. Okay? We've talked a lot about big mistakes that new traders make. Sometimes traders jump into live too quick because they just, they're that cheetah. Remember from Daryl's webinar? They're that cheetah that just wants to run out there and go crazy. And they don't take their time to learn. They don't take their time to demo. They don't take their time to invest in educating themselves. You've heard this analogy before. Traders, you've seen some of these successful traders out there and the type of money that can be made. It's just as much, if not more money than certain, high-valued careers like doctors and lawyers. And what do they have to go through? Years and years and years of learning and college and education and 6-figure student loans. But you don't want to invest $200 a month for a few months to learn and get a system and have a business in a box, as it were? That doesn't make any sense. You don't want to take time to invest in yourself and watch some training videos and watch some webinars? Okay, you have to invest in yourself. Some of you may be switching over to live trading after a week or two. Some of you may want a month or two. Some of you may want 6 months. It all depends on what you're comfortable with and your progress, but you have to be willing to put in the time and the investment into yourself and into the education and into the tools to learn it. And don't cut corners. Don't think about the next, what can I make in the next 12 minutes? If I enter this trade, what can I make in the next 12 minutes? What can I make in the next 12 hours or 12 days? Think about, where do you want to be in 12 months? All right, a lot of you heard a webinar I did a while back about just 5% a day. You start off with $1,000, and you do 5% a day. That's $50 a day that first month. Then all of a sudden you have $2,000. You do 5% a day that second month, that's $100 a day. Then you have $4,000. Just a little bit every day. At the end of 12 months, $1,000 is $1 million. Okay, it's the power of compounding long term. Where do you want to be in a year? Do you want to still be trading? Because if you're worried about the next 12 minutes or 12 days, you're going to blow your account and you won't be trading at all in 12 months. It's a marathon. It's a long-term marathon. It's not a sprint. And don't cut corners. Learn your strategy. Learn your system. Master it. Soak it up. Be a sponge. Be a student of the power plays. Be a student of trading and learning the markets. Make sure you're using live charts and data feed, not some random charts on the internet. Use your demo account. Practice in demo. Take advantage of all the free education, all the webinars, all the courses. Especially take advantage of what's going on in the room. You've got a whole group of other people trading the exact same thing you're trying to trade. Learn from them. You've got mentors. You've got leaders in there. You've got the Power Rangers in there. Take advantage of it. But don't, I watched some get-rich-quick video on YouTube about trading and make all this money in 48 hours, and I just want to jump into it. Do it right. One of the best quotes I've ever heard is, the longest distance to a destination is a shortcut. Because you take the shortcut, you're going to lose your account and lose your money. And then you're going to come back in and try it again, another shortcut, and then you're going to lose your money. Then you got to wait to build up money again. You just do it right, the right way, the first time. Okay? Have a long-term goal, not a short-term goal. Remember, why did I get into trading? Is it just because I wanted extra money? Is it because I want to ultimately quit my job and have more time with family? Is it financial? Whatever your goal is, keep that goal in mind and work towards it. Don't give up on it. Have a good risk management plan. Don't go risking too much. You've heard us talk about, risk management plans and the 5% rule and keeping your stop and don't overtrade. Have good risk management. And this is, yes, and write down your plan. Keep your plan in front of you. Keep it in front of you at all times. Put it right on your, tape it to your bottom of your screen there by your keyboard. Keep it in mind and stay focused on it. This is one of the biggest things I can tell you. You all know this. You've all heard this. Trade with risk capital only. Not the mortgage payment money. Not the car payment money. Not the kids' college tuition. If you, and do not put yourself in a position right now where you are dependent on trading to make your bills at the end of the month. If you have to make money or else, what kind of mental state are you going to be in? If you don't make money trading today, you're not going to make the electric bill Friday and it's going to be turned off. What kind of stress are you under when you're taking a trade? Desperate. Yeah. Do you think you're going to be making good decisions? Do you think you might find yourself looking for a trade, searching for a trade, scouring through chart after chart after chart, just trying to find something to trade because you have to make money? You have to find a trade. You have to press a button. You have to make something. So then you're going to take trades that you shouldn't be taking, right? You're going to be pushing a trade because you're desperate and your husband or your wife or your whatever is, they're hounding you. Did you get anything today? What have you found yet? Hurry, we gotta make this money. The pressure is on and you're looking and looking and looking. You're not going to follow rules. You're going to just be pressing a button and just hoping for the best. You're going to find something where the rules kind of, not line up, but they don't exactly, but you're going to push that trade. Yeah, Johnny, you've got all 16 Nadex charts open at once and you're scouring trying to find something because you have to make money. You ever been there? How many people been there? I'll be the first to tell you, I have. You know what I did? Blew my whole account. I'm not proud of it, but I'm going to be honest with you. I did it. Because I had to make money trading, and you can't trade emotionally. And then what happens? You find one, you push that trade, you lose money on it. Then the pressure's on twice as much because now you got to find another trade to get that money back and to make more money that you were trying to make initially. And now the pressure's on twice as much. And you are mentally just screwed up. Then when you do find another trade to take that hopefully makes up for that loss and gets you money, how do you think you're feeling about pressing that button? Yeah, not too great. So now on top of your desperation and your fear and your anxiety to find a trade, now you've got more fear. You know what they call that? Downward spiral. Downward spiral. Pull your money out and pay your bill. Do not trade with money that you need. Trade with risk capital. That it's okay if you lose it. Or it's okay that it takes a while to build because you're not desperate for it. How many times on the movies have you seen that movie about the breakup and the divorce because, the husband was hiding the real financial stress and he took the mortgage payment or the kid's tuition money and went to Vegas to try to turn 5 grand into 50 grand and then lost it all. That's you trading like that. It's no different. Well, but I read this one story and I saw this one video on YouTube about a guy that did it. Yeah, that one guy that did it. It won't be you. You won't do it. And I don't mean that crappy. You know what I mean. Okay? Yeah, I also saw that one guy that won the lottery the other day. Does that mean I need to go to every store on every corner in the whole city and buy every lottery ticket? No. I mean, come on, guys. Like, you know, go with the norm here. Know when to stop for the day. Trade your plan. Have a system. Stick to it. Take emotions out of it. Trade in demo and get it down and be profitable. Learn more than one strategy, meaning learn, you know, to trade more than just one type of market condition, which you already have with the power plays. And, you know, don't be married to one system. What I mean by that is, you know, well, I like those power plays, but I'm only going to trade number ones. Well, if you need to do that for a little while and you want to master one at a time, okay, but they're not that hard to learn them all. And make sure that you have, like it says at the bottom, multiple plays in your playbook to take advantage of different market conditions. That way you can trade any day. It doesn't matter whether it's a choppy day or a range-bound day or a trend-bound day. You've got a system that covers all of them. And 99% of the people out there cannot say that. Go research it. Go online. Go watch videos. Go check out these other education trading companies. They have systems that they're looking for one setup, one thing on one market, and that's it. And they'll sit there in those trade rooms and do nothing 3 days a week because there's not their particular setup with their one little style. Power play system lets you trade every market condition. It gives you those 4 different trades. We've added on the 5 extra C's trades. We've added on the 4 extra addition. You've got plenty in every market condition and plenty of markets to watch. Okay? We've talked about some of this stuff already. Impatience, jumping in too quick, lack of education, bad risk management, inconsistency, and not taking every trade, picking and choosing. Okay? You got to be consistent. All right? If a system has an 80% win rate, well, that means if you took all of the trades, right? If you took 80 out of 100 trades, doesn't mean that you're going to win the next 8 in a row and then lose 2. Where are you coming in on that 80-20? How is it mixed in? Well, I'm going to pick and choose, and I don't like this one. Well, we say if you're not comfortable with it, if it doesn't fully line up, stay away. But what that means is, you know, not being picky and choosing and jumping from here. You know, I've told you before, if you need more trades, here, we gave them to you. If you need more trades, watch a couple extra markets. But I'm not saying watch 20 different markets. Because then you're jumping from one market to the next market to the next market, and you're not getting a full good picture of the market, and you're probably hitting on all the bad trades. Murphy's Law, right? And then you're missing the good ones. Okay, don't monitor too many at once. Okay? And be consistent. Follow the rules. Don't jump between systems. Well, I learned this power play system and I'm going to trade it some. Tomorrow I'm going to trade this some other random wacky system I found and oh, I had a loss. So let's go back to power plays and trading that for a couple of days. It's good. Oh, I had a loss. Let me jump to my other system. You're all over the place. You guys ever heard of the, we all know somebody like this. We have the Uncle Joe that's like this. He's the what? He's the jack of all trades, right? Oh, Uncle Joe, he's got his little carpenter bag and he can come in. He can do electrical. He can do plumbing. He can do construction. He knows a little bit of all of it. He's pretty good at a little bit of all of it, little handyman. Well, would you trust him to build you a brand new $300,000 house, from ground up? Well, he's not quite that good. He's not like a master of any of them. He's just kind of like, he can do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. He's really great. When it comes to trading and trading your real alive money, do you want to be a jack of all trades? Do you want to be a jack of all systems and know a little bit about 10 different systems? Or do you want to be a master of one or two, right? You want to be a master. Once again, why do you think during free 30-day open house we gave you power plays and didn't teach you all the other stuff? Just gave you the best. Master it. Build that foundation. Speaking of building a home, if you want to build a big, nice 2-story home without it collapsing on you, what do you have to have? What does the contractor have to focus on first and make sure is done right? The foundation of the house. If you don't do the foundation right, you can't build. If you don't do the foundation right, you definitely can't build a second or third floor. And if you don't build the foundation right, it's going to crack, it's going to shift, your walls are going to get jacked up, everything's going to get jacked up without the right foundation. That's why we started you out the way we did with the power plays, and we've slowly been adding on. We gave you the foundation, now we're building. We're building walls, we're building rooms, we're building second floors, we're adding on new trades. We're building like that. And you have to build that way as well, okay? And never, ever, ever trade on gut feelings. If you trade on gut feelings, what are you doing? 7 come 11, I feel it. Gonna bet on black, I feel it this time. Go to Vegas because you're just gambling. What you want to do is trade what the chart is telling you to do. Follow the rules of your system. Okay? And never think you know it all. Don't ever stop improving. Okay? Again, don't look for that trade that's 100%. Don't think you know it all. You've heard us say before, you don't know what you don't know until someone that does know tells you. How many of you came into open house that actually have a lot of experience in trading and thought you knew it all? And then you came into Apex open house and were like, wow, I never thought of this. Wow, I never looked at the market like that. Wow, I never even knew about order prints and how it can be used properly. There's a lot of stuff out there on the market about order prints, and no one teaches it in any way close to how we teach it. It is the most confusing, overwhelming, ridiculous crap videos you'll find on YouTube because it makes absolute no sense. And I don't mean that to be cocky, but I watched all those videos. There's other companies out there that have order prints, not exactly like ours, but there's other order print type companies out, and they make absolutely no sense when you watch these videos, and you're just like, huh? When this number does what? There's nothing like clusters and, momentum. How many of you thought, oh, I know all this, but you came in and you're like, wow, like I actually learned something here. I really did learn about how to read the markets very differently and look at things very differently. And you know what? We do it all the time. We learn more all the time. Even me, Daryl, Lori, the Rangers. It's like, wow, okay, look at that. We're always growing. You will never be a master of trading and have it all and never keep learning more. Always keep learning. Okay? And we've talked about understand the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s. You know the rules, but why are the rules there? What are the market conditions? Why are we entering or exiting here? What's going on? Actually learn about how the markets work, not just to follow an arrow. Okay? And that's just huge. Be a student of the business. Okay? So guys, again, we want you to be profitable. We'd love for you to be able to switch over to live and make enough money to pay your first month's membership before the fees go up. But if you're not ready for live, you're not ready for live. All right? You don't have to switch over to live to be a monthly member with us. You have to be willing to invest in yourself. Okay? But for those of you that wanted to, I just want to kind of cover a little bit of that for you. You know, keep your patience in check. Remember, like we always talk about, only take the best of the best. You don't need 30 trades a day. All right? I think I've talked to you about the 3 trades a day mentality, right? That sometimes Lori will put some of her people in the mentorship rooms on a 3-day or on a 3-trade restriction because they overtrade and they blow their accounts. And she says, hey, 3 trades a day per session, 1 instrument. I've told you this before. If you literally could only, whatever trading platform you were on, if they would literally only let you press a button 3 times a day, you could only get into 3 trades a day. Would you be a little particular about your trades? Would you make sure the trades followed every rule? Or would you kind of push some trades like, well, this is only like 3 of the 4 rules, and it's really not that close to a level, and I'm not really sure if this is a range bound or a trendy mark. I'm not sure, but I'm going to just press the button and go ahead and waste one out of my 3. Would you do that? No. Think about that. If that were the situation, would you take the trade that's right in front of you? Or would you, yep, Randall, when in doubt, stay out? Or when you've got the perfect trade set up, you know, that's just screaming at you like, wow, yeah, I want that trade. Man, I'd give up my last 2 trades to take this one. That's the one I want. That's the one you want. That makes sense? Those are the trades you want. Those are the trades you want to look for. And don't you especially think that that type of mentality to therefore make sure you're following the rules, do you not think that that would be super helpful for you with your mentality and psychologically in live trading with your own real live money than in demo? Like, do you not see how more powerful and more like helpful that's going to be? You know? Yeah, Randall, I know. Then Lori, show off Lori does her one and done trade a day. Where I traded for 30 minutes. I got my 1. I got 80 ticks. I'm done. Now let me jump in and help you guys. Right? Which we love. But yeah, she's trading 30 minutes a day and gets all her trades out of the way. Okay, I took the one good one. I'm done. Now let me jump in the room and help you guys. Which we love. But it's like, man, I want to do that. Well, you can. You can. You know? Yeah, did it today. So, guys, I hope this was helpful. This wasn't like a very specific subject of an entry and an exit. This is more this could affect you guys in different ways, you know, depending on your situation and where you are. Just a lot of you have talked about, hey, I want to try to maybe start moving over to live. What should I be careful for? What should I look out for? And sometimes we got to take a step back from new entries and new exit and new this and new that and say, wait a minute, we need to get our mentality in check. We need to get our emotions in check. And we need to make sure that we're doing the right thing here. 2 of you guys just said something here. The book that you and Daryl also said to read, Trading in the Zone, was great in helping me be better prepared mentally. It's a must read. And Lowell said, Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. It's a great read. There's a book out there by Mark Douglas called Trading in the Zone. It's a great book. Like Daryl always says, it's required reading. You want to talk about helping you, you know, look at things properly and get a good grasp on, you know, the risk management and trading mentality and trading psychology. Find that book, Trading in the Zone. It is a eye-opener, a life changer. It's a great book. Okay, so yep, follow the fast track and get with Lori, get in these groups, guys. And you know, I can tell you, I talked to you a little bit the other day about the mentor groups and about the Power Rangers group. And You know how some of those guys that got in there hadn't traded live before, then suddenly started trading live, and in just a few weeks they're rocking it. You know, others that had their first, you know, X days in a row profitable and their first withdrawal from live. These mentor groups are going to be great for you guys, you know, when it comes to really helping you out with your live trading, really keeping you guys on track to follow the rules, and what mistakes are you making, and what, you know, what are you doing and not doing. See, I haven't even checked the Power Rangers group until right before I got on this webinar, and there's already 63 messages to catch up on just while on this webinar. Those guys are going crazy in there. But those groups are going to be great, keeping you on track, keeping you in line, you know, helping you stay focused in good directions, not only just in general trading, but especially with live trading, helping you with that mentality. These mentor groups are just going to be amazing. So make sure that you're in the room. Make sure that you're letting it known that you want to be in with these mentor groups. We're going to talk a little bit more about them on Friday's webinar. Let's see here. For any of you guys that are interested in that annual Labor Day promotion, keep in mind that ends tonight at midnight. Very, very easy. If you're on the website, you just go right here to this elite sign up form and you can get signed up for it. We'll extend it out, you know, however many days still left in open house. But yeah, if you want to take advantage of that, go for it. Remember, free open house access in September 13th. The elite membership goes up from $200 to $300 on the 18th. So make sure that you get signed up and get grandfathered in before that 18th. I already kind of talked to you about the upcoming webinars. You know where the webinars recording will be, and you know the upcoming webinars on the calendar here. So be sure to check those out. And so I hope this was helpful for you guys, especially for those about to switch over to live